Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. It's the third of 3 installments of the Round of Champions. And if you saw the last 2 weeks, man, great stuff. But it's all going to be culminated here tonight.
Yeah, Mike, we're giving away all the belts to each different weight class. So this week, so you've got Ollie Bradstreet versus Josh Buck. 2 of the little guys getting in there. Ollie Bradstreet, our current champion, willing to defend his title against Josh Buck.
And many, many others, all culminating in the main event where Derek Downey and Hank the Vice White are going to mix it up for the light heavyweight championships. Don't go anywhere. It's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you. In the lightweight division, we had a little bit of a little confusion, a little bit of tough go because we had 2 guys that are the 2 toughest lightweights in town.
And their brothers.
And their brothers.
And their brothers. Yeah, Steve and John Sharp, stepping in here and trying to do the thing. Right now, coming to the stage, Mike, is John Sharp. And he's training with Steven. He's training over there at Absolute MMA, trying to get better, trying to just make his game all around just a tough fighter, Mike.
Well, he's fighting a kid out of Idaho, Matt May, a kid that fought in the very first Ultimate Combat show at the East Center back in 2000. I think he was a 15-year-old kid back then. Well, he's been training. He's coming back here. Lightweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
You're coming all the way from Idaho, stepping in here to fight. Tell us a little bit about the journey that you've been on to make it this far, and give us a preview of how you think tomorrow night's going to go.
Well, I train hard every single day. I'm in the gym. I love fighting in Utah. I've been here many times. I always have a good time that I'm here. And it's a great place to be. And, I train real hard. I got the pleasure of watching Mr. John Sharp fight here the other weekend. I know what his weaknesses are, and I plan to take advantage of it.
So take advantage of it, okay. John, give us a preview of tomorrow. How is this fight going to end, and who's walking away with the thing?
Well, it's Christmas time, so some song comes to mind. It's All I Want for Christmas Is My 2 Front Teeth, because I'm going to be knocking this kid's teeth out.
Knock your teeth out. All right, right there.
Johnny Ritchie, John Sharp loves his Christmas jingles, don't he?
He does, Mike. In fact, I think he's going to be walking out to some Christmas music here.
Look at this guy. He is walking out to Christmas music, Johnny Ritchie. He loves Christmas time. And what better way to celebrate Christmas than fighting?
Then to step inside the cage and punch someone's teeth out. Wow, that's a great way to spend the holidays.
You know what? The cool thing to do is if you can wrap him up and send him to him the next day. Yeah. John Sharp goes 5'9", 155 pounds out of the West Jordan area. Goes by the nickname of Blade. And no, he's not Little Razor. He's not Mini Razor. He's Blade.
He's Blade, yeah. He's trying to get out from underneath that shadow of his brother. That's why he wants to come in here and pound Matt May all the way back to Idaho.
One way to get out of the shadow of your brother is to beat good competition, and Matt May is good competition. I've been around the fight game a long time. He comes from a very good camp from up there in Idaho, and he's just a good, solid fighter himself. Good stand-up, good wrestling, good submission.
Yeah, Mike, he is up there training with is it Tom Supnin and Ray Primal
Tribe Fighting Club up there in Boise, Idaho, and you see John Jordan's going to be our 3rd man in the ring here, getting the guys a couple of last words of advice. And look at John Sharp. He's amped up for this one.
Oh, he is amped up, Mike. He gets the opportunity to fight in front of the East Center his last couple outings with guys coming down from different states. It hasn't been so good, but he's assured us that this fight's going to be different.
He hasn't won those fights, but he won over a lot of fans because he stepped up to the best of the best. And when it comes to of competition. He's challenged the guys from out of state. He knows they're not going to come here if they're jokers, you know. And he's stepped up to the competition, came out with a nice flurry to start this fight here.
Yeah, he is. You know, Matt May doing a pretty good job, Micah, dropping those knees. He's not throwing them directly. He's kind of coming off to the side and landing them in your ribs and in your kidney, and that'll hurt.
No, those can definitely take their toll, and there's no doubt about it. He's throwing those properly. Little Muay Thai action going on there. But John Sharp, he's just so quick and explosive. You saw that in the first combination. Again, lands a nice 1-2. Little rear hand lead and then a right hand to finish that combination.
Yeah, Matt May's doing a good job of controlling the center of the cage, Mike, and making John Sharp loop around and really look for a shot. And Matt, I like Matt's style, Mike. He's nice and closed. He's not letting anything slip out.
Keeps his hands in tight. He doesn't let him drop when he throws his kicks and his knees. Again, he's a very disciplined, very skilled fighter, and he's not going to try to rush in anything. He's take his time here and just try to pick John Sharp apart.
Well, he's dropping kicks, waiting for John to drop that guard so he can come over the top with a right or a left. And we'll see if John, you know, Mike, he typically doesn't do a good job.
Oh, man. Big right hand over the top. Matt May really stunned John Sharp right there. And you cannot let a fighter who has made their living on timing, you can't let him get that timing and rhythm, because, boy, Matt May really did light him up, just dropped him there.
That was almost reminiscent of when John's older brother Steve got rocked by
Jeff Rutherford. We don't want to talk about that because John's getting out from underneath his shadow. But John Sharp just caught with a bad shot. And that's a bad way to be compared to your brother. You fall down just the same.
Well, but the thing is, though, John Sharp or Steve Sharp came back to win that fight. Let's just see if John has got what it takes to do that.
Well, is this telling? Is he going to come back and win this fight? It's hard to come back after getting your bell rung like that and getting rocked. But look at John Sharp, man. He's already throwing elbows and coming back. He really got his composure back quickly, but you can see in his face, Johnny, he's still a little bit stunned by that.
Yeah, he is still a little bit stunned, trying to maybe gather his composure, but he's going to try to crawl up the body, Mike, and maybe look for an armbar or a submission. We know that's really what he's been working on over there at Absolute.
Well, Matt May standing up and striking, and he's being told by John Jordan, you can't do that here in the state of Utah. They knew that before, obviously.
Sure.
Being reminded by John Jordan that you can't do that, John Jordan's going to step in and stand John Sharp up now because Matt May just said, I don't want to sit here in your guard all night.
Well, John, the best thing for you to do is keep your hands up.
Wow, nice punch combination there by John Sharp, doing a good job of answering that big shot from a moment ago.
Well, that's what happened earlier, Mike. He came out of the flurry, and right when he did that, Matt May stepped inside and got the knockdown. So, wow, that was impressive. But I'm glad to see John back up on his feet.
And he looks like he's pretty solid on his feet. He's not, wobbling or anything like that. He's still firing out punches. Looks pretty good, but it's going to be hard to come back from a big knockdown like that. It clearly wins Matt May the first round, and Matt May taunting John Sharp just a little bit off the leg kicks, and that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. But wow, John Sharp, Matt May, it was a good first round.
Big first round. We got another round when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, boy, you missed a big right hand by Matt May, who dropped John Sharp in that first round. But Johnny Ritchie, John Sharp came back admirably, fought back, but still you got to give the nod to Matt May because of that big right hand punch.
Yeah, that big right hand punch that led to the knockdown, Mike. It was well timed, well planned, and well executed. So let's see if he's got what it's take to do it again in this second round.
Well, something that people will be arguing about on the forum here. They're going to say, should John Jordan have stopped that fight? Because that was a solid punch and really sent John Sharp, and it didn't look to me like he was able to defend. But at the same token, Matt May didn't try to jump on or try to pursue the action. So
No. John Jordan did kind of scoot in there a little bit, but then saw that John Sharp's eyes were open and that he was okay, and he let it go.
Well, okay. Well, right here now, John Sharp trying his best to come back from that big punch. He gets a nice takedown here and has Matt May pressed up against the cage, and with side mount and knee up. My goodness, Johnny.
This is where Matt May is going to be in a lot of trouble, because John Sharp is going to get that full mount, Mike, and he's going to rain down the punches. And wow, that's a tough position to be in with your head pressed up against the cage like that.
Boy, it sure is. Controversy. If John Sharp comes back and wins this one, boy, people will be talking a lot about it. But
absolutely,
Matt May's better than you may think. He's given up full mount position, but he's pretty good at defending and tying up his opponent like he is right here. Pressed up against cage. There's just not a whole lot of defense you can do.
No,
Oh, man.
those are going to hurt.
Those are
gonna
some
hurt.
big elbows.
And they're going to
man.
cut you. It's only a matter of time before an elbow is going to land where you don't want it to, and it's going to split you open. But the one thing that I do like that Matt May is doing is every time John does go to strike, he bridges, and it kind of knocks John off his balance, and those punches weren't really connected all the way through.
And part of that bridging almost shook John Sharp off him. Did a great job there. Now John Sharp's getting a little bit high, and now he's got to be looking for triangle or something else. But boy, Matt May did a great job of getting off the fence and really minimized the damage there.
Yeah, he did. I was surprised to see that, but just goes to show that if you work from underneath the bottom, it doesn't matter if you're in full mount or not, you can shake a guy off of you.
You can, as you mentioned, he did it. He timed it correctly. He waited till John was punching, and he timed it just enough to avoid being hit, A, and then B, he was able to reverse and get up here on top.
Well, and let's talk about Matt May, too, how strong this kid is. Believe it or not, he looks thin, but he's wiry. He's tough.
He is wiry. Both these guys are physically pretty well matched, but Matt May's definitely got the experience advantage. I remember Matt May fought in our show way back in 2000. He was probably only 15 or 16 at the time, but he fought in our show back here at the East Center way back then.
Yeah, so he's been around the game for a while, Mike. You think he knows a submission defense or two, huh? What do you think?
You would think so here. You know, this is the best submission defense is get out of there. And he was in John Sharp's guard, and he did get out of there. And boy, John Sharp trying to flying knee, just missing with that one. But again, Matt May's experience was able to help him keep from getting kicked with that.
You know what I like is after he came out with that flying knee, he threw a right over the top, and it looked like it connected on top of Matt May's head. It's exciting.
Well, Johnny, this could be a round apiece. What do you say? That second round's a little bit tougher to score than before, but John Sharp did get the takedown, and he was in full mount position for a time. He did throw some big elbows, although not a whole lot of them connected. But, boy, you know, it's going to really come down to this third round. Somebody's going to step up here. You see here in your Crush Combat Camp, those were the elbows we talked about. He landed a couple of them, but they just glanced off. Really hard one to score, Johnny.
Yeah, big takedown, though. I think I'm going to give that one to John Sharp. I think he just stepped in there, got the big takedown, got the full mount, and that's kind of what you want to do. Matt May was playing defense the whole time.
Let's call it one apiece. Let's call it one apiece unless you counted a 10-8 for the big knockdown. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, maybe. It's tough.
Both these guys are real calculated coming out here in the third period, and you know, they're calculated, but they're still throwing some heavy leather. It's nice to see how much John Sharp has grown up. He's not just coming in and trying to throw flurries of punches. He's actually throwing combinations now and looking for things. Really nice to see.
Well, yeah, he's his timing too, Mike. He's just not coming out wild. I mean, he's calculated. He's looking, throwing 1, 2, 3, backing up. But Matt May, Mike, doing a great job once again of controlling the center of the cage.
Now Rob Hanley's a jiu-jitsu practitioner. Who does their stand-up over there? Who's their
he does it all,
Rob
Mike.
does?
Yeah.
Well, these guys' stand-up is really gotten as good as their ground has. So, I mean, very impressive work here. And I know John Sharp didn't look like this when he first started. He was tough, but he threw a lot of wild punches. He's throwing nice straight punches down the pipe. The whole works.
Yeah, and looking for a way to stop this fight, Mike, and that's throwing elbows. He's doing a good job, both him and his brother. I mean, we hate to say it, but they do a good job of cutting people. Don't get cut. That's why they are the razor and blade.
That's why they're the razor and blade. It's not because their last name is Sharp, is it?
No, well,
it's because they cut people, right?
They cut people, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll see him use those elbows. Right now, I'm not really sure if this thing's going to go the distance, but the way these guys are fighting, Mike, it just might go all three.
Looking as though it will, and Johnny, man, it's going to be another one of those tough decisions. You know, you've got a big knockdown, though. You've got to keep that in mind. Was it a 10-8 knockdown or was it a 10-9 knockdown? It's hard to say. It could be argued because, you know, whether you think that the fight should have been stopped or not, it's going to be a tough one to say. The 10-point must system in MMA is kind of doesn't fit as well as it does in boxing.
In boxing, yeah. You're right about that, Mike. Especially when John did a good job of coming back from that big shot and coming back up and regaining his composure, and then winning the second round. It kind of makes you have to think, wow, you know.
I agree. You know, it's the best scoring system that we have.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I mean, if you want to really get complicated and do the things that gymnastics does, and then I think you're really going to open yourself up for a lot of controversy. But right now, Matt May doing a good job of methodically taking punches, kicks. He's landed a few of them here, and I'm not seeing John Sharp doing the same back.
Hey, you've got to get after it, John. I really think at this point in time, with him controlling the center and throwing kicks to the head and to the body and landing shots, you really got to do something to really get it, I think, in this third round.
And you made a point earlier that Matt May is controlling the center of the cage. He's been dictating the pace of the fight. He's been dictating when they engage, and he's been dictating the combination. So third round here, Johnny Ritchie, I'm going to give a slight nod with 20 seconds left to Matt May. I think he's just taken over the tempo of the fight.
Well, I'm even listening in the corner to Rob Hanley
yell at John. John, you've got to get it. You've got to get after it. You've only got 10 seconds left. You've got to make it count.
Well, at this point, with 10 seconds left, I don't know that takedown really means a whole lot, because I think that Matt May really did for 2 minutes and 50 seconds of that round really just kind of pick John Sharp apart from outside. But once again, my opinion means absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
I mean, it's absolutely Jack, you know, especially with the
I
judges
wouldn't go
that are.
that far. I mean, son, not Jack. But.
Oh, no.
John Sharp's congratulating his opponent on a great fight. Win, lose, or draw. He's happy that he came out and was able to compete with a kid that's as tough as Matt May, and that's just the warrior spirit in him. See here in your Crush Combat Cam, these are the combinations that I was talking about where John Sharp really, he had some pretty good stuff early on, but man, as this round progressed, Matt May just kind of started to take over and took over the tempo of the tape. Let's listen in on the judges.
30-27 for May. Judge number 2 scores it 29-28 for Sharp. Judge number 3 scores it 29-28 for your winner by split decision by
Big win for Matt May, as we said, and that was kind of some strange scores there. 30-27, I just don't see at all, but I really do. I agree with the 29-28 decision for Matt May. Big win for him. Congratulations, man. John Sharp, much love to you.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Global Marketing Alliance.
They need motivated sales associates looking to make a 6-figure income.
Call 486-4221.
Okay, well, John, so you're hurting more than just from the loss. I mean, you're in a lot of pain right now.
Oh, my heart, man. It takes over.
I know that, brother. I know that. He's a tough kid. Matt May's a tough kid, and you knew that coming in. And that was, I think we got a Purple Heart Award potential winner right here. Great performance. I hate to see you hang your head like this, because you have no reason to.
These out-of-state guys, man. I can't represent Utah worth it. Anyways,
Potty mouth.
thank you, Mike, for letting me fight in your show. Thanks, Matt, for teaching me how to fight. Actually, Rob is supposed, he's the man right here, and Robert, Steve Sharp, my brother Brian, Justin Wright, and a bunch of kids that everyone don't know yet, Absolute.
That's a pretty good crew right there, so hope it gets better. Then, boy, you guys put out notice that you got something to watch out for. John Sharp, tonight you were good, just not good enough, man. Come back and do it again, brother.
Real quick, I know I didn't win a belt, but everybody, I'm still having an after party at Vortex.
And I'll be there too.
Get over there. Real quick, thank you to GMA helping me out tonight, and everyone coming to Vortex.
All right, brother, we'll see you there.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Got Your Back Realty.
Give Gary McDonald a call at 809-GARY or check him out online at www.IGotYourBackRealty.com.
Man, you had people rooting for you in here, and you're from Idaho.
Times, man.
Been here a few times. That's what I heard. I heard you actually fought Mike Stidham's first show back in 2000. He said you were like 13 or something. Is that true?
15.
15. You were 15?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. Well, you've made it a long way. You looked very good inside this cage tonight. How do you feel about the fight?
I feel pretty good. I knew John was going to be a tough guy, and he is a tough guy. It was an awesome fight, and that's why I come down here to put on good shows. I love Salt Lake, like I said before. Great people here. I would live here if I could. That's where I want to be.
Well, hey, we're glad to have you. Anytime you want to come down and fight, Mike's going to try to get some more stuff lined up for you. Tom Sutton out of Primal Tribe always represents himself well. You did a great job tonight. You get the win. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Matt May said he was afraid he was too skinny. He was going to fall right off him. Look good on him, though.
It did look good on him. He said he was going to sleep with it tonight, Mike. And I tell you what, John Sharp, that kid, Purple Heart, no doubt. He fought hard, always does every time he steps in here. I'd like to see a rematch of those two, Mike.
Johnny,
I think it's going to be a great fight.
You see this guy, man, and you know he's going to put everything he's got
Into it.
in the cage. But hey, maybe this sets up a match with Big Brother.
Maybe. Hey, maybe right there.
All right, hey,
Do good.
congratulations to Matt May, our first champion of the
First
night.
champion.
Great job. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. Some big boys coming out here, Johnny Ritchie. 600 pounds of man coming out in the super heavyweight championship match. Who are they, Johnny?
Hey, Dave Anderton coming out of the Maury Academy. This kid steps in here, fights, beat Lima last time convincingly. Lima was our champion forever.
He's just a power. But he's fighting a kid who says he's got a bit of experience himself.
But Sika Ripley training down there with Justin Ellison down in St. George comes up here, training with Elite now, looking to get in here and mix it up. These guys, Mike, they're giants. They're huge. This cage isn't big enough to house these guys.
I'm getting
It's
out
gonna
of
be a
the
hell of a
way,
fight.
Johnny. Let's get out of the way. The big boys are coming. Super heavyweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Tell us a little bit about what does it mean for you to be representing the super heavyweight class in this championship bracket.
Oh, I love competing for titles regardless of what it is, so this is a great opportunity. And that belt will go nice on the mantle.
Tell us about your strategy tomorrow. What is it going to take for you to walk away with that belt?
It's going to be whatever it takes, a little kickboxing, wrestling, grappling, submission, whatever it takes. I don't see it going past the first round.
Tell us, why do you think you're going to walk away the victor? What gives you the edge in tomorrow night's competition?
The big edge I have is that Big Dave he's never seen me fight before. This is my first time. This is my time to make a statement. I'm here, I'll fight the Big Bad Wolf. Everybody's been ducking Dave, and I'm not here to duck anyone. I'll fight the #1 stunner, the runner, the razor, the gazer, I don't know. Whoever you bring on the table, I'm gonna fight him, and I'm gonna finish him. And that's what I'm here for.
How excited are you going to be if you walk away with that belt?
That's my #1 goal. I'm gonna come in and get that belt. I'm gonna cut my fat butt down to 265. I'm gonna take that belt too, and I'll just gonna keep defending both belts. I'm really not scared of anyone. I like Dave. I respect him. I thank him for taking the fight. But I'm here to make my statement here in Ultimate Combat that I'm taking heads off right now.
Well, he said it big there to finish, Johnny Ritchie. But if you could quantify or measure niceness, these guys are 600 pounds of just nice guys.
Oh yeah,
as well,
yeah.
man.
They're teddy bears, but they're teddy bears that you don't want to piss off because it might tear your head off.
They're teddy bears that once in the ring, man, they're grizzly bears.
Grizzly
And
bears.
David Anderson fits the mold. 6'2", 315 pounds out of the Maury Academy. That's hard for me to even say. That's a lot of men.
That's a lot of men, Mike. And let me tell you something. He is skilled. He's technical. You'll never see a bigger skilled technical fighter than Dave Anderton.
Well, Sika Ripley is 6'1", 275 pounds. Once again, a very large man himself.
Yeah, Mike, fairly new to the MMA game, but not new to athletics. Played college football down south. Actually went to school with the Bird Dog. So he loves
wait
the
a
fights.
minute.
He's all about it.
Bird Dog went to school?
Believe it or not,
You're
he's
lying.
an
You're
Olympus
lying.
High. Olympus High.
Wow.
Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
I'm just kidding, Bird Dog. I love you, man. Hey, nice combinations there from big guys. Nice clean punches. A big right hand, though, by Jom Jom, but he gets a left hand returned, and boy, it really rocked him a little bit, Johnny.
Yeah, he did, and that's when Sika went chasing after him. And I don't know if that's something you want to do, is get inside the guard of Big Dave, or inside the hold of Big Dave Anderton, because being a college-level wrestler, this kid knows how to throw a big guy around.
Wow, look at
Boom.
that. That is just sheer strength and power, but Sika Ripley just canceled that power out by sitting up and taking full mount. He's landed some big shots already. Oh, Johnny, is he getting high?
Sika almost had the rear naked choke.
And a big reversal by Jom Jom. This guy is phenomenally strong, as you've seen so far. He lifted Sika Ripley up and got a takedown, and then just got a reversal with just sheer strength.
Well, Mike, this is where he beat Lima. In fact, with the same lock
got
right
an
here.
arm lock, or an arm isolated there, Johnny. This fight's over, man.
He's cranking it. He's cranking it.
That's on,
but
buddy.
Sika's fighting it. He's fighting it.
Wow. Never say never. This
Never say never. Sika is in survival mode at this point. But
it's
that
still
arm,
isolated and far away from the body. It's hard to stop. Oh, man.
He almost rolled through it right there.
Dave Anderson letting him, giving him just enough room to get over there.
Yeah, Lonnie's just making sure that the arm is still connected at the joint. But it is, Sika Ripley. Wow, what a powerhouse. What a tough kid.
Just a tough kid. You can see that look of determination on his face. He does not want to quit this fight, and he's in some pain, Johnny.
Mike, what do you do when you got 315 pounds on top of you cranking your arm the wrong way?
That's when you start thinking about changing religions, because the one you got ain't working.
Ain't working. You're praying, you're hoping. But with 1 minute and 14 seconds left, Mike, I don't know if Sika can hold on for that long.
Well,
I'd like to see it,
He's done a good job of disrupting Dave. Every time Dave gets that arm stretched out to where it needs to be, Sika will buck or something just to kind of throw him out. Oh, there's the tap right there. I think he just smothered him. But
Is that what it was?
I think so. He got on top and put a face, and that was it.
You mean a man boob, don't you, Mike? A pectoral?
Whatever it was not letting the guy breathe. And see, in your Crush Combat Camp, I think that's all. He had that arm in an arm lock for 3/4 of the round, but he just got it and squished him. That's what I had to do to begin with.
Jom, you are the champion. You're taking the belt home, man. Wow, congratulations. What a fight.
And one free lap dance for Sika.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by Beehive Bell Bonds, because sometimes bad things happen to good people.
How do you feel about the fight?
I feel like I did okay. It's my first outing. I just gave up everything to Dave Amerson. He just knew exactly what to do at the same time.
Well, he's a big kid, and you're a baby in the game, but you're training with the right gym, trying to get all your submission skills down and learning that stand-up. I was hoping it would end up on the feet. I want to see you big guys slug it out.
That's what the plan was, and I got too overzealous.
And that happens. Hey, it's your first time in UCE, man. First time in the cage at the Delta Center, the largest venue in the West. What's up next, man? What are you going to keep doing? Are you going to continue to fight?
As long as you guys can sign me fights, I'll be here.
All right, man. Well, tonight you were good, but just not good enough. Thanks for being a part of it, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
This post-fight interview is sponsored by The Keyhole with their new location at 3460 South Redwood Road.
Jom, big win tonight, man.
Thank you.
We have a hard time finding opponents for you, and now we see why. Your reputation precedes you, but man, dominant performance, and you are the super heavyweight champion. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I love going for championships, and especially taking something like this home.
That's great, man. It's great. And I think you've been a great addition to this show, and I hope we can get more fights for you because you're such a gentleman. You're such a class act. I want to congratulate you personally for being such a great guy and now representing the state of Utah as the super heavyweight champion.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Jacob, for taking the fight.
All right, congratulations. Great job. Johnny Ritchie, that Jom, I think, will be the super heavyweight champion as long as he chooses to come back and fight. I don't see anybody beating him. He's a tough kid.
I don't see anyone either, Mike, and we challenge everyone at home right now that's watching this show. Sign up, see if you got what it takes to beat this 300-pound giant.
He's just a powerhouse. He's a big guy, but he's strong and he knows what he's doing, obviously. It's technically won that fight.
Well, he moves like a 155-pounder. He knows all the submissions. He does the right thing to win. Congratulations to Jom Basika. We might see him again, Mike.
I'm glad to finally get some more fighters in that super heavyweight division. Get your big fat butt off the couch and come fight these guys. Hey, we got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. This finals matchup is a rematch. Of a past finals matchup.
Yeah.
Josh Buck and Oliver Bradstreet. Johnny, both these guys know what it takes to win. They've been here. They've been to the dance before. Neither one of them are going to be intimidated by the situation here. Should be a great matchup.
Ollie Bradstreet told me before the fight, Mike, nothing's going to change. I'm going to handle this fight the same way I did last time. I'm going to walk away with the belt and the money. Josh Buck says, not this time. You're mistaken. I've trained harder. I'm tougher. I'm better. I'm going to walk away with the victory.
I'm just telling you, don't look past Josh Buck. This is going to be a good one. Lightweight, no holds barred. Check it out.
Why are you going to walk away the victor, Ollie Bradstreet? What separates you from the competition?
I've got more heart. He obviously had it, but he lost it. I've still got it.
All right. Tell us, what does it mean for you to be walking away with that championship belt? Give us a prediction of tomorrow's fight.
I don't know a prediction. Josh is a good fighter, but I'm gonna throw down harder than I ever have before. I hope he steps up. It's gonna mean a lot to walk away with that belt to me and my family and everybody who's behind me.
Last time you guys fought, it didn't go your way. What's gonna be the difference in tomorrow night's fight inside the cage?
I'm not gonna give him anything. Last time he got a guillotine, he put me out. Give him credit for that. But this time he's not gonna get a hold. He's not gonna lock up.
He's not gonna lock up. What does it mean for you to walk away with that belt? Give us a prediction about how excited you're gonna be tomorrow.
It's gonna be awesome walking away with the belt, redeeming a loss, and showing that I still have what it takes to get in with the best and beat him.
Johnny Ritchie, one of the all-time good guys in our show. Josh Buck, he's a great kid.
Well, Mike, he's been around for how long? I mean, he's been a part of the MMA game since I've been around it in Utah.
Well, when we first started this show, he came in as one of the seasoned veterans, guys that had fights, and guys that everybody expected to kind of walk away with this thing, and he kind of did for a while there. But man, has the competition increased with Little Mac and Ollie and the rest of the bunch.
Well, it's increased with this kid being on top of the game, Mike, for how long now? I mean, Ollie, the Menace Bradstreet, Mike, has done a great job of standing the test of time and beating the toughest guys in the state of Utah and outside of the state for that matter.
I know, Oliver Bradstreet has certainly earned his position up there on the top of list of names of guys that really belong in that category. Man, look how excited he is. he respects Josh Buck, and I think that's why he's so excited right now. He wants to beat a kid, but he knows he's going to have to work to do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely, Mike. We've seen this fight happen once before, where Ollie Bradstreet did come away the winner. You heard Josh Buck say, hey, he caught me. Respect to you, buddy, but it ain't going to happen that way again.
Some say a guillotine's kind of a cheesy move, something that you can get caught in, but it doesn't necessarily mean your opponent's better than you. But hey, if he saw it coming and get you in it, then he'll take it.
Then I'll take that win any day. But both very aggressive college level wrestlers, Mike. Both have a pedigree when it comes to submission and wrestling. Period.
Really, Oliver has not got that same pedigree in submission. I mean, Josh has been doing it for quite some time, albeit with guys that are bums up there at Ogden Fighting Alliance. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, man. Throw a little jab in there.
Yes. You see Ollie right there shaking his head. Nah, I think I'm going to get it. Same way guillotine, no?
No, he's not going to get it. He doesn't have the position for it, and Josh Buck knows that unless he makes some adjustments here. But Josh has really been training with some good guys over at Elite now. He's got some really tough training partners, and he was able to get his head out there. Now he's kind of in a half mount, half guard position. Oliver Bradstreet, though, look at that reversal.
Whoa, but Josh sticks it out. And now Josh is in full mount, a position that we didn't see before the first time they fought. Ollie could be in some trouble here, Mike, because Josh knows what to do from this position.
He really does. And he's going to push up and punch. And boy, though, the Oliver Bradstreet, he just never stops moving. You can't ever get a gauge on this kid. He never stops moving. Oh, my goodness, though, Johnny. He's stretched out, and he's in a little bit of trouble right here.
Bad news here. Josh is going to try to flatten Ollie, straight belly down and just like that. Now,
could this be vindication time here? Josh Buck has waited so long to get back in here and prove that Oliver Bradstreet, it was a fluke. You caught me in that cheesy hold guillotine, and boy, he's turning the tables on him right here. He's really got this thing on. He's got his hips down and giving Oliver Bradstreet fits.
Well, I want to see him be patient with the mic and maybe work a few punches before he gets his submission, because Ollie's going to be really good with working his feet and fighting out of legs here.
Oliver doing a good job of getting his hips up high to try to shake Josh Buck off. But Josh Buck, a college-level wrestler, he's got his legs in tight, and he's got this thing on tight, Johnny.
Mike, this could be over. He could be out from underneath it. Is he?
No, he said give him the thumbs up sign there.
He just
Lonnie
gave me the
Foster
thumbs up.
can't see his face, so he's asking him. He's okay. Gave him a thumbs up. He's like, heck yeah, this is fun.
I thought he was going to tap, Mike. I thought he was going to tap.
Josh Buck got a figure 4 on the body now. He can squeeze there as well.
Man.
He's got it all on here.
Wow. But look at Ollie, head hunting just like a wrestler does. Looking for it, gonna pull it, shake it.
Wow, Johnny. He was in such a bad position a moment ago, and he's pretty much fought his way out of it. Now he's on top. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Almost left his arm behind there, but he dodged a bullet there.
Big forearm, big elbow.
Yeah, that was a big
elbow. He's going to make him pay a little bit. Elbow.
But he's throwing elbows from within the guard of Josh Buck. Big punches there. Oh, Josh Buck crawling up, and that's... Oh, these are some big punches,
right
big
there,
shots.
Bang, bang. He's got side of his head, inside his ear, back. Oh, my God.
Oh, man, that was a brutal onslaught to finish the end of the round here. And is Josh Buck going to get up here? It looks like he is really shaking down there. And boy, he dominated that first round until the end of Oliver Bradstreet. Somebody lit a fire on him. I don't think Josh Buck's going to come back out, Johnny.
I think he doesn't know where he's at right now, Mike. I don't know what's going on. They're trying to get him up. You see him blinking his eyes going, I don't know what's going on. He's out of it.
He's not sure what's going on.
He's done.
Jeremy Horn's complaining about something here, but Oliver Bradstreet doesn't want to hear it. He says, I beat a tough kid twice, man. I'm getting out of here before they change their mind.
No kidding. Wow. Ollie Bradstreet. He was getting beat.
Oh, you know what, though? He was in a bad position, but Oliver Bradstreet, never say die, I give it to him. I would have tapped. See, in the Crush Combat Camp, look at this barrage of punches that he laid on Josh Buck. Are you serious?
He just hammered him, and Josh is just
hammered him.
Fetal position, covering up. They should have stopped that fight 10 punches ago.
Well, I don't know about that, man. I mean, Josh Buck was curling up, and that fight's definitely over. If he would have stopped it 10 seconds ago, they'd been complaining about that. But Oliver Bradstreet wins another big fight here in the UCE Finals.
This post-fight interview brought to you by the good folks at Quality Inn Hotel,
located on Redwood Road in North Temple.
Josh Buck, first and foremost, are you okay?
Fine.
When your head popped up and your eyes were glazed, boy, I was a little worried about you, but you're all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What happened there, man? You were so close. You had that thing almost on, and you lost it. What happened?
Ollie did a good job defending it. He reversed me.
He sucked it up because that thing was on, man. It looked like it was on tight. He just tucked that chin in and sucked it up. Man, you guys are such a close, even match. It could go either way. How you feeling right now, man?
He's got me twice. Wish we could have gotten another round. I still got it in me.
Tonight you were good, just not good enough, Josh Buck. I love you, man, and I hope you don't go away because I really enjoy having you in the show.
Thank you, Mike.
This post-fight interview sponsored by American Bush, Utah's only 18 and over gentlemen's club located at 2630 South, 300 West.
Now, don't lie to me. That was a hard fight. You said things were going to be a lot the same, but he almost had that choke. Did he almost have it? And to us, it looked like he almost had it.
You know what? It was across my chin. He had it tight, but it wasn't on my throat, and it wasn't choking me out at all. The fact, like they said, Ollie, are you with me? And I almost went to tap on the mat to say yeah, but I gave him a thumbs up instead. It worked out.
Smart move, or you wouldn't be wearing that belt right now. Hey, you get in here and fight a tough kid in Josh Buck. You get the belt. What does it mean to you to walk away the official UCE champion with the belt?
You know, it's a lot coming in here expecting to do nothing, and now I'm the champion. It's the best feeling in the world.
You got a lot of friends, a lot of people that support you, man. We saw your cool interest on your little buggy. Who do you want to thank?
You know what? I'd like to thank my friends and family for being here, and most of all, my mom. Love her to death. Tough Country, Easy Ride Suspension. They're awesome. Check them out.
Nice job, Ollie. Raise your hand because you are the champion.
Thank you, Johnny.
Josh Buck's such a nice guy. He found Ollie's mouthpiece over here and then walked over and gave it to him. Just a nice guy.
You know,
man.
Josh Buck, my heart goes out to him. Mike, he's fought in some of the toughest fights against the toughest guys. And even in loss, he comes back and does it again, and my heart goes out to him. Josh
Johnny,
Buck, it'll happen for you.
He has brought so many special moments to the Ultimate Combat that my hat's off to him as well, and I really hope we see him again. But Ollie Bradstreet is just so dominant in this weight class, and is there anybody out there that can beat him?
He's like a man possessed. He gets in here, and no matter what, he goes 110%, and that's Ollie Bradstreet, and we're going to continue
And
to
he
see him
showed
reign.
me something tonight. He fought through adversity. He had a tight choke on him. He fought through it and won. Great job. Congratulations to him. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Don't go anywhere. In your main event, we're going to finish tonight with a fight that is, man, I can't wait to see it, Johnny.
Mike, you know, this fight of all fights, I'm nervous, I'm excited. I don't know how to feel because you've got a guy like Derek the Damage It Downey stepping in here to fight his mentor and Hank the Vice Weiss.
Teacher versus pupil here.
Absolutely.
And Danger, he doesn't even go by Derek Downey anymore. He just goes by one name, Danger. Versus Lord Vice. Light heavyweight, no holds barred. It's your main event. Check it out.
Well, where I've been is my wife didn't want me to fight for a while. I was spending too much time at the gym training, wasn't seeing my daughters and her enough, so took a little time off. We'd been talking about me fighting again, and when she heard about the fact that I could possibly be the belt holder for the state of Utah, she jumped all over, and she's like, you know what? You love this. You got to get back in there and do it and win. So what's your plan? It's the plan to win the belt.
And what does it mean to be fighting Hank Weiss? We know you guys are friends, but for 3 rounds, there's no love inside that cage. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. It's an honor to fight Hank, but out of respect for him, it's going to be one hell of a 3-round fight if it goes that far for him. I respect him way too much not to take this fight very seriously, and I'm an insane competitor. I don't care if we're rocking off. I don't care if we're playing King of the Hill. I'm going to throw everything I've got at him for 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes, he says. That might be a prediction, Hank Weiss. He said only 2.5 minutes. Hank, to you, man, how do you feel about fighting Derek Downey, and what weapons does Hank Weiss have to possess to beat this guy?
Oh, what weapons? My secret weapon that I'm bringing is the pair of gloves that Derek loaned me 2 months ago. So I haven't given them back. I'm going to give them back to him tomorrow, but I'm gonna knock his teeth out with them first, put them to good use. So that's my most secret weapons, Derek's gloves.
What is that going to mean to you, Hank, if you walk away the victor? If you get that belt over Derek Downey, how excited are you going to be? And tell us a little bit about that.
To be honest, I mean, that'll be the apex of my life. I've said it before, and I'm real proud of the fact that I was a part of round 1. And in fact, I was the champion of round 1. So to come back and beat the daylights out of Derek tomorrow and walk away with the championships is in 2.5 minutes, he's gonna throw everything he can until I'm strangling him. So that's gonna mean a lot to me.
All right, Hank. Give these guys a round of applause. Derek Downey, Hank Weiss, your main event tomorrow inside the UCE cage. Shake hands and best of luck to both of these competitors tomorrow.
Oh boy, Johnny, how cool is this, man?
It comes all the way down to this, Mike. It comes down to these two absolute warriors getting in here for the UCE championship, the toughest guys in the state of Utah at this weight class.
You can cut the tension with a knife, but you can also cut the level of respect these two have for one another with a knife. But right, if you were watching there during the interview where they showed Derek Downey, he was grappling Walter Vital. If those of you, for those of you who don't know who Walter Vital is, he's a legendary jiu-jitsu practitioner from Minka's crew down in Las Vegas, and Derek Downey beat him. Put him in an arm lock like that. It just shows the level of competition that we have out here. If you watch this show, you know who this guy is. You know what Hank Weiss is capable of. You know the level of competition he brings to the table, but Derek Downey equally as skilled.
Yeah, Mike, Hank Weiss rises to the occasion each and every time that he does fight. He, without a doubt, Mike, he has fought the toughest guys that have graced the UCE cage, without a doubt. He's fought those guys.
At 5'11", 204 pounds, he's not the most svelte-looking gentleman. He's a little flabby. He'll be the first to admit that. But, Derek Downey's just, this is going to be a great fight. I'm excited.
So are these guys, Mike. They are pumped up.
Look at John Jordan, the referee. He's laughing. He's excited.
Everybody's excited. And it's typical Hank Weiss right there, waiting for that bell to ring. He's going to come out like a firecracker and hopefully catch you in a submission.
Right off the bat, doing what he needs to do, shooting low, but obviously Derek Downey knew that was coming. Did a nice job of getting his hips back and sprawling out just a little bit, but Derek Downey, Hank Weiss, once he gets a hold of your ankles, he's trouble.
Mike, the one thing about these two, they've trained together probably thousands of times. I mean, they've probably rolled together more than any of other fighters that have ever stepped in this cage against anyone, and so they know each other's game pretty much inside and out.
Well, they're willing to get in here and do this for the belt, for the title of being the Utah State champion. I don't know how much this means to these guys, Johnny Ritchie, that they're the best of the best here and the champions of this show. It's really cool to see them come out here and do this.
Yeah, Mike.
Big head throw.
They both started big head throw. Both started out at the Pedro Sauer camp. Derek Downey now training with Josh Birkin up at Who Hit You, but Hank Weiss still says, I'm staying loyal to Pedro. That's who I'm representing tonight.
Well, staying loyal and throwing a big knee. So far, Hank Weiss doing some pretty good work. He's gotten a big takedown, but now he gives up his back to Hank Weiss, the slippery Hank Weiss, who somersaults out of it.
Somersaults out of it, and you saw Mike. I think what he was looking for was a little ankle lock. I've actually seen him work in that movie. He does a little somersault, grabs your leg, and then
Johnny Ritchie, big knee right there. It really hurt Hank Weiss. He caught him, and I don't know. This fight's over. John Jordan's going to step in and put a stop to things, but he got caught with a shot there, Johnny.
That knee, Mike, that knee that just stepped in and rocked him.
Well, you see in your Crush Combat Camp where Hank Weiss just buckled and he went into a fetal position. He was still defending, but he was just kind of covering up here. This is one of those tough ones to call.
Oh, man.
It looked like he was rolling over onto his knee there at the end there, but, man, that's a tough call for John Jordan to make. And he knows both these guys. He's trained with both these guys. There's not a favoritism thing involved here, but, man, that's kind of... That's a tough one to see, but congratulations to Derek Downey. Don't you think, Johnny? Congratulations to
Derek. I'm just in shock.
Okay.
I wish that fight would have went a little longer.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Global Marketing Alliance.
They need motivated sales associates looking to make a six-figure income.
Call 486-4221.
Hey, Lord Weiss, how are you, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You got caught with a shot. You know, it's hard for me to see because you're a hero of mine. I got to tell you, there's no cutting corners there. You are literally my hero in this sport, a true gentleman, a true champion. It's hard for me to see you lose a fight like that.
It's hard for me too. That one's going to be pretty tough to absorb. I don't know, hats off to Derek. I've never been hit that hard.
You're a master at not getting hit hard. You're a master at taking shots but never getting caught flush. And that one, you heard it from where I was sitting, it was loud. You got caught pretty square with that one.
Yeah, it hurt me.
Boy, Hank Weiss, I love you. Thanks for fighting. Thanks for being such a great champion for us, man.
All right. Appreciate it. I want to thank Ultimate Combat for having this sort of thing in our neighborhood, and
want to thank GMA. They're huge supporters of MMA and huge supporters of the individual athletes. And so appreciate them a ton. And hats off to Derek.
All right, Hank, thanks for fighting once again. Thank you so much. I love you, man.
This post-fight interview brought to you by Got Your Back Realty.
Give Gary McDonald a call at 809-GARY or check him out online at www.IGotYourBackRealty.com.
How did it feel to go up against Hank Weiss? I mean, pretty much, we talked about it, your mentor, the guy that says, you know, he pretty much taught you everything. You know, you come out with a big win over him.
That was huge. I have nothing but love and respect for Hank and the Weiss family, Serene and her kids. I actually asked her for permission to take this fight, so.
Hey, and when she gives you permission, you know you got to step in there and do it. But Hank Weiss is a tough competitor, Derek. But what's next for Derek, man? You've really, when you came back. We haven't seen you for a while. You've just dominated, man. What's up next for Derek Downey?
Well, I guess that's up to my wife, but you know, I'll fight whoever is out there, whoever Mike, any other wants to put in front of me, I'll fight him.
And Derek, we know you will. We know you represent yourself well as the new UCE champion. Is there anyone you want to thank out there, buddy?
Well, I want to thank my family, my friends for coming out and supporting me wherever you're at. I don't know. I want to thank the fans, whoever's a fan now. And I want to thank Global Marketing, my team, American Who Hit You, we're all training over at the Ultimate Combat Training Center. It's the best facility. We're the best team. If you want to see what it's like, come stop by. And thanks to you.
Hey, nice job, Derek. You did it. Your new champion, Derek Downey. Nice job, Derek. Johnny, it was a good night of fights. It was a great night of fights. They stepped in here. They did it very well. Get in here and mix it up. The best of the best. The toughest of the toughest. Now you know who is on top of the game in every weight class. If you think you've got what it takes to come in here and take a championship belt away from a guy like Derek Downey, or, you know, these other guys, get in here and try it.
Johnny,
I'd like to see
it was a great night of fight. There was a lot of pageantry involved.
Yeah.
You and I look like the two guys on the top of the gay wedding cake once again. You're the gay one. You're the girl one. but Johnny, it was a really neat experience. I want to say I really enjoyed it, and I want to thank the Crush crew. I want to thank you. I want to thank all the fighters. It was a phenomenal round.
Great night.
All right, well, hey, we're not done. The Ultimate Combat's not going anywhere. We got more of this stuff, so we'll see you on the Ultimate Combat Experience next week.